So hold on, are you like seriously listening to Cardi B WAP on repeat or something over there? Like this is the second time you mentioned this song, and I saw you doing these arm movements and shit. Are you
Wet
really?
ass pussy.
Is that a part of the song? I've never heard the song. I can't stand her,
No, here's
honestly.
the thing. Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah.
pausing.
Oh.
Here's the
Okay.
thing. Like, I had to fucking know. What the fuck is this shit? Like, everybody's talking about it.
Uh huh.
Everybody knows. Okay, what is this song?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of world are we living in, man? I want to
Uh huh.
know. Like, what do you think?
I
When
honestly think
the
like the way you let that
like
open.
no the this is the person who Joe Biden
Mm-hmm.
gave ex- exclusive fucking interview rights to Cardi B.
Joe Biden or someone on Joe Biden's team
It doesn't matter. Who cares?
because he's a
Like, this
fucking.
is the clown world we're living in.
I know. Yeah.
Cardi B gets to interview Joe Biden,
And
the
I'm.
presidential
Yeah.
candidate,
Yeah. I'm even
and
thinking about
her hit song is "Wet Ass Pussy."
WAP.
I'm
Yeah.
not. It's fucking WAP.
Which is
Wet
something
ass
I didn't.
pussy.
Yeah. Like even when it
Okay.
was announced, no one really stressed to me what that was as an acronym. I just heard WAP, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I thought they were talking
That's the
about
term.
fucking. I thought it was a, you know, uh, to me it was a slang term for, like, you know, Italians or something.
It could
Like,
be. Yeah.
I mean,
I could see that.
I
I
mean,
could see that.
everybody. Don't tell me that everybody didn't think that the first time they heard it. They're like, "WAP? Are you
That.
talking
Yeah.
about? Are you talking about? Wait, what? They
Or
didn't
just
know."
something to shout out at a club. I don't know. Like, but I did not know that it was wet ass pussy. But now that I know, the more you know. GI Joe. All right, that's half the battle.
What is happening, man? How is this
I don't
the
know. I don't know.
world we
I don't know,
live
man.
in?
I don't know. And I even put this image into my avatar because this is so like at the start of 2020. There were. I had such high hopes. I had great prospects for 2020. Before
Mm. Mm.
this
Yeah,
coronavirus bullshit took off and
right.
like
You're like,
overtook
dude,
everything.
this is what I'm gonna do. I got fucking goals. I
Yeah,
got, like,
yeah.
these. Here's these hash marks.
And here's the thing.
Here's my
thought
watermarks I want to hit.
I thought presidential election's gonna look so shit in comparison. I'm gonna make my own campaign button to be
Mm.
the artist for Dick Writer.
Yes.
2020. That was the only
Yeah.
thing. I was like, that's what I'm gonna contribute to CG. And like soon after this was done, I had one of my major supporters and then a super chat, and Cecil's like, yeah, we'll have him do that. And we had our thing with Cecil. You know how that went.
Yep.
And I'm kind of like, all right, well, I'm relegated to that, and I wish it could be bigger than what it is. I understand why it can't be, but yeah, I've softened on that, and but I wanted to just play out, just like, I mean, the mindset of like January, February is so completely different to what it is now, man. Like I fucking love summer. These fuckers ruined summer, man. They fucking ruined summer,
They did
man.
more than that.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't gone out like I've said before. Like I'm kind of antisocial. You add this whole mask thing into the fucking mix, like it's just like I don't even fucking bother. I don't even run any risk of like pissing somebody off or being another viral thing or whatever. Or like now, fucking you can't even go out and eat and expect to have a fucking meal without some fucking clowns like marching down the street coming in
Right.
and making you into like
Right.
the enemy. For what?
Right. Well, and the data is in, man. Here's the thing that really gets me is that the data is in. CDC, 6% of the total deaths, only 6% of these deaths
Now
were
wait.
even like only COVID.
Now let me let
Six
me let me
percent.
let me even provide another addendum to that. That's 6% of the people that have no diagnosis of anything beforehand.
Exactly.
Like how many people are working out there, never went to a doctor for some shit that they already had going on.
Nothing.
Yeah, and this is
Right.
what comes up.
Dude, we're looking at 0.003% death. 0.003. We're not even talking.
Yeah.
This is basically non-existent death rate, and
And
we're ruining world economies, shutting down
yeah,
the juggernaut of American economy for nothing.
this is a fix, dude. This is a fix.
Nothing.
This is a total
Are you
fucking.
fucking kidding me, dude?
This is like a
These
fixed fight. This is like a fixed fight. That's what it is, man.
What is going on?
Like, place your bet. We're fixing the fight. Like, I don't understand how else to describe it to anyone. And yet, I can't get a number of people to even approach this subject with any sense of like neutrality, man. Like,
Here I am.
can you? Yeah, you. But I mean,
Yeah, me.
people in my regular day
Whoa.
life,
Okay, but what?
like
Look,
people
dude.
harp on. Listen, I work with people that harp on this shit, and it's just like, oh, Donald Trump wants to say like they've never tested and tracked a thing like this before, and if they didn't do the test, they wouldn't have the numbers. And it's like, yeah, that's fucking true. That's fucking like, when was the flu ever tested in this manner? When?
Exactly.
Never.
I guarantee you.
When was the cold ever tested in this way? Never. Never was any other fucking common transmitted
Right.
disease tested in this manner
Yeah.
and tracked in this manner ever before and treated in this manner either. And like you said, dude, I'm feeling like this is a way for them to gut small businesses and put in corporate things. Imagine if like, and you have to keep in mind, I don't know if the that law about like investing in a project ahead of time, being like on a Senate committee or representative committee, where like, okay, we're gonna make this deal with this government contractor, and we're about to sign a multi-billion-dollar deal on them making buildings, blah blah blah. Like, but before that gets signed, I'm gonna buy some stocks in your company, by the way, kind of thing. Like when that happened, right?
Yeah. Right.
And imagine if before this whole thing went into effect, you knew Zoom was gonna be the thing for all these businesses, employees, everything, as far as like a mode of like interactivity.
Mm.
And if you knew like Bitcoin was going to be real, like, I mean, imagine we're going to shut down the whole fucking thing, and this is where it's going to go: Amazon, Zoom, Bitcoin. And before you like signed the papers, made it official, you had that insider knowledge, man. There was some chick that was going to get charged on something like way back when. I remember it being like a major story. I can't remember the exact thing, but like it was just like she sold out her shares. And it's like, yeah, what would you expect them to do? What would you expect them to do? And they're all in on this shit. They're all in on it.
Dude, it's a major problem, man. It's a big problem, and I
Yeah, that's a sad thing, Samir. That's a sad thing. People spilled gallons of blood to have liberty, and people just selling it away for fucking nothing.
exactly.
Fucking nothing.
And yeah, it's a problem. dude. It's a problem. We're facing a major threat right now, and I don't think people understand what's happening. I don't think they have any idea about what the actual threat that is happening. It has nothing to do with the goddamn virus.
Mm.
It's about a socialist. It's about a socialist fucking takeover that is happening right now, and they don't have any idea what's happening.
Just the mailing thing, right? The mail in your vote.
Yeah.
And essentially, that was at first the Democratic gut punch, I think, to Donald Trump. We're going to do mail-in voting, and he's like, "Oh fuck," like this. This opens itself up to so much fraud. Blah blah blah. No, 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 no. And then he's like, "Yeah, let's do mail-in voting. By the way, do you know what they're doing out there?" And then it's all of a sudden like, "Oh, they're gonna fuck with the mailing system. He's got contacts within the mailing system. They're gonna cut off these votes." And it's the same fucking shit from 2016,
Yep.
where it was like our election system can't be hacked. This is complete absurdity that anyone can just overtake the voting system. And then when he won, all of a sudden it's like Russians got in. Somehow the Russians, it's been 4 decades, but they somehow got in and they somehow took over. The Cold War is over. They haven't been a threat for. I mean, who in their minds, 2015, thought Russians were the greatest threat to the American thing? Right? Nobody. It was pretty much like Muslim extremist terrorism and stuff like that.
The situation is Trump wants you to go physically
Yes.
to your poll, go in and vote. He doesn't want you to do the mail-in thing because it's open to fraud. Okay, go physically vote. If the guy was wanting to manipulate shit, he would be telling people to, dude, just kick back, vote from home. We'll take care of the rest, bitches. Like, no, he wants you to physically go and do it because that's the only way your vote will actually count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go do it. Dude, for the first time, I haven't voted in this country. I haven't voted for a while. I'm not, I mean, maybe I should be embarrassed about that. Maybe I shouldn't. But I have not voted in this country for a while. Yeah. But for the first time, I'm like, dude, I am getting off my ass. I'm registering to vote. And I'm going to go vote for the fucking Trump because he's the only thing standing between me and socialism. Mm-hmm. Seriously. These people want to fucking wreck everything we exist for.
Dude, it's so funny because
Fuck!
I was I registered to vote because I was with a group of friends that were just like ready to vote, like have that thing first thing out. Republicans, by the way, when I was in high school, and I was like, all right, I'll sign up to vote. Didn't vote. That was 2003. So come to basically the George Bush, what the fuck was his name? John Kerry?
Yeah.
Election? Didn't vote there either. Like I would have done a mail-in vote then. I was like, I don't feel one way or the other. I don't care. They both seem weak to me. I don't care.
Right.
Then we fast forward. We go to the open election. Both parties can come in. We have Barack Obama and John Kerry.
Yep.
And like John Kerry, I'm gonna say I was like, I don't think he's gonna live. And Sarah Palin's his vice. No, strong no on that. And like I thought Barack Obama was a stronger guy. Like that's just where I was aligned at that time. And then we go to even the Mitt Romney Barack thing. I probably would have gone down on Barack, like as far as like votes went. But come 2016, man, like I was just like, this is ridiculous. And what they've done since then, 2016 to this year, and I'm just talking.
This is bad, dude.
YouTube, like this is probably the biggest fucking disappointment, I think. And internet, I mean, the internet has constantly been wrangled in from, I'd say, around early 2000s to now. But YouTube was just like open format, man. Like I remember early days, man, you could find basically what was considered illegal content, like Pirate Bay kind of thing, like entire seasons of like real TV shows and shit, movies and everything on YouTube. That I can understand that was taken down, but now it's like you can't even talk, you can't even associate. I've seen literally people taken down for association with another channel. Yeah. They're taking that, like they're demonetized for association. You can't be a viable YouTube content creator for just talking to people across the aisle, essentially. Consider that. That's where we're at right now. And then this was not something that happened in 2015, 2016. I would say even part of 2017. This is all reaction to fucking Trump winning the election. Like usurping every fucking expectation that they thought they had in the bag from skewed fucking statistics they took from people who didn't want to speak up. Dude, I could have just said from driving around based off of bumper stickers, yard signs, Trump was going to win that fucking thing hands down, because I did not see one fucking person with a Hillary, go Hillary thing, dude. Not one
in the real world. It was all virtual. Like
I'm gonna say, on the record, I saw one fucking bumper sticker.
And would you say the same fucking thing is happening now?
I would say yes. I would say the exact same thing is happening now, except it's probably even more guarded. So if somebody puts up a Trump flag, I mean, back in 2016, you were risking destruction of your own personal property.
I think, dude, I'm like, I want to put a vote Trump sign in my yard, and I'm literally thinking maybe I should have a gun before I do that.
I saw some,
like, maybe this would be dangerous. I have a fucking woman here. Like, is this something that's going to put me in peril?
What I would do is, if you have a neutral territory that you can put up a Trump sign in and just see the reactions to and film the reactions, that would be better. I saw some guy that had like put up Trump signs in his own front yard or something, and like he put out a security camera, and some guy came up to piss on it, and he went out there with a paintball gun and he just shot this guy up. I don't know. I wish I could drag it up. It was on Twitter. And like he just like pop, 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 pop. Like this guy's like, fuck you. Like when he comes out initially, he just like gives him the finger, fuck you. And then this guy's like, get off my property, fuck you. And he's like, all right. Pop, pop, all right. Pop, pop. Hits him up with paintball.
Well, that makes me, dude, I'm actually legitimately worried about it. Like, I want to support Trump. I want to put a Trump sign right in my fucking yard. But I'm like, is that going to equate into a rock? Is that going to equate into a rock coming through my window? What does that mean?
Are you an apartment or like a house?
I'm in California.
Actually, is that right in your yard?
Yes.
Like if you put that up.
I'm worried about people like violently reacting to it.
Here's the thing: if you have anything to lose, if you don't want to deal with any backlash, I would not do it.
But what? Okay, but isn't this? Look, dude, we're at this stage. I feel like we're fighting against potential socialist takeover I'm not joking.
Yes,
like I feel like that's where we're at. And if people like me aren't willing to even put a fucking sign in my yard,
I get your point. Point, but consider,
dude.
I would say if you do that, consider what you have to lose. That's all.
What do I have to lose?
Whatever your personal possessions are and your peace of mind. That's what I would say.
I'm really having I'm wrestling with it, man, because
are you legitimately moving out of there? Because you said you want to move out of there.
Yeah, of course I'm going to move, but
yeah, but are you like in the act of moving out? If you're not, I would say don't make things harder on yourself for living there. Because you never know what fucking psycho. You never know what fucking psycho.
Okay, gonna come great. And do. Well, then I will fucking kill them.
It's not just like smashing your window. It's like setting on fire.
I will fucking kill them.
Dude, you do not want to be caught in the middle of that shit. You say that now, but I mean.
Like, okay. I know. I understand. I appreciate what you're saying, but if we don't start presenting and pushing back, dude, we have to start doing this, man.
I understand you, man. Like, listen,
like I understand you're telling me like don't do it, it's not worth it, but it's like,
for you,
dude, if we don't, it's not me by myself. All of us have to start.
But you're in California. California sold you out. You've been sold out by your own state.
Great, but we have to start doing something.
I'm saying maybe, but you're going out on a limb because your state isn't gonna back you.
No, it isn't.
All right, in terms of like if it comes down to it, and they take sides, you're not on the favorable.
I understand
side, right?
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I would say personally, you run a great risk if you take that thing. Now, I would love it
but I want you to understand how absurd that is. All I want to do, here's what I'm saying. All I want to do is put a Trump sign in my yard.
I know. That's all you're talking
about. I want to put a sign that says, "Vote for Trump." Right? Like, and because I want to do that, you're telling me I'm taking an undue risk. Do you understand how insane that is? That we have to even have that conversation about that.
Within both you and my
this lifetime, makes me angry, dude.
California was a Republican state. It was a Republican state back in the day. And within you and both of our lifetimes, right? Like, it's been completely transitioned over where you can't even show any support. And I heard even ramblings about this back in 2012, like Mitt Romney running, which was like a far cry. I mean, listen, anyone pushing for Republican something on the Pacific Coast is just like, it's not going to happen.
But look,
so why can't you just
any of this? It wouldn't have mattered. But right now, me putting and trust me, in my mind, I'm like, dude, if I put a Trump sign out here, I expect that maybe in the middle of the night, a rock will come through the window or something weird is going to happen. Like, this is where, do you understand, people? This is where we're at. Do you understand how insane this is? People.
So you have your shitty swamp cooler, right? And, and you're in the middle of a fucking gigantic heat wave.
Yes.
Over there, where it's like
God, dude. It's like 110 degrees. I have a choice between melting or pulling fucking smoke into my lungs.
Yeah, and
I'm in a state of misery, and I'm like, I'm still debating, like, I want to put a Trump sign right in my yard.
Yeah.
and I want to. But dude, I basically know that I basically want to be there with a gun, like, bring it, and dude, just for having a fucking Trump sign in my yard. Do you understand the level of stupid this fucking country has come to?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know how anybody. I don't know how anybody backs Joe Biden.
Seeing dude, the clips he can't even talk.
Yeah,
he's he's obviously got dementia. There's no doubt about it. He's going through dementia. He can't debate. Nobody will let him debate because random bullshit will just fall out of his mouth.
Well, he was given his nomination, I feel like, by non-electoral default, right? Like there was no actual process to him becoming the Democratic nominee. They just said he will be the one.
Can we all understand that
it was contentious up to that point? This is people who want to hold up a Democratic thing, right, for the election, and yet it's like, did you get there by Democratic means? Not really. And yet, you say, I agree with everything you just said about him. He's senile, he's dementia, he's got all this shit, and his fucking vice president is Kamala Harris. Do you want Kamala Harris to be your fucking president?
Kamala Harris, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
I mean, I don't know. And I feel like that's the thing that they're going for more than anything. Voting Kamala Harris. That's what I think when I look at that campaign more than anything.
A vote for Joe Biden is a vote for Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Period.
I don't feel like he's of sound mind. I feel like it's going to be like he gets in there and at some point he vacates the spot. She becomes the takeover person.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm
quick,
like,
dude.
Would I ever
within a month?
Would I ever want to see that day? As much as he would be a bad candidate, would I ever want to see the day that she becomes the controller of the executive branch? And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And like, I don't feel like Trump has been the greatest president, but it's like,
he's been the only thing one standing. Of the best.
He's been the only guy standing between us and this other reality that we're seeing going on right now, where you can go to a restaurant, order a meal, and expect to like just have whatever the fuck you ordered, and have people show up and fuck up your night and put you on blast and fuck up your life for just like having the audacity to order a meal at a restaurant and go to outside seating. Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I really don't know, man. It's worrisome.
Dude,
I'm very worried about.
You know about the collapse of empires?
Dude.
You know about the collapse of empires? I feel like I'm watching it happen in real time in one fucking year. In one fucking year, I'm watching it happen, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, are we really selling away everything that we've ever stood for in one fucking year? And it seems like it is.
So what would be... what do you think we should do? How do we combat? Like, how do we deal with this, man? Like, I mean, it feels like this was decades in the making.
It was.
We already lost.
Yep.
We fucking lost.
Mm-hmm.
And how we deal with this is, at this point, get a fucking gun. That's all I know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
That's the best you can do, but at the same time, it feels like everyone's willing to submit to the government at the same time. Like, how many people are willing to die for their rights? How many people are willing to die to stand up for what they believe in? I don't see that many, right? Yeah. Because, like, I just don't see it. Maybe it gets to the breaking point, but I feel like it's going to be like a slow edging on that whole thing. Arming yourself is probably the best thing you can do, but I mean, just look at what's happened with This dude, what's his name? Kyle.
Yeah.
Whatever. Kyle, whatever. All right, that's the safest I can play it right now.
Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
Well, it showed us
it's gonna show
something.
YTA. YTA is gonna come in if we say it too much. Essentially, this dude, this is the clearest case of self fucking defense ever caught on tape, and this guy is gonna be taken down to the fucking bottom floor for it. And so far I don't see any fucking defense. I know there's somebody on defense for him, but like this should be the strongest fucking case of backlash against fucking autocracy and the fucking
he will win, but
against anyone I've ever fucking seen, and I don't see the backlash happening. And it's like, what do you expect as a lone actor for yourself, standing up for your own rights in this world, expect to achieve? Especially like you're asking me, like in California, about the sign and everything else. It's like, dude, you fucking screwed, dude. Like the law is out to get you down. Like whatever the fallout is on anything you do, even if you're in your own legal rights, right? Like if you were to follow the prescribed booked thing and you defended it up to the T, the DAs, the judges, the system, the courts in place are out to bag you on anything they can and will get you on. And it's like, if you don't have a good defense team, if you don't have a lock and secure case on anything, you're gonna get fucked, dude. This guy, I mean, there's multiple cameras all over the place, and he is about to have his whole life ruined at 17. At fucking 17. Right? No. Even if he comes out non-guilty,
of course
he's gonna be hunted for the rest of his life.
Nah.
By these fucking psychos.
Well, it depends. It depends.
Yeah, there will not be a day that his name isn't under scrutiny by these assholes, man.
Yeah,
and all he did was show up and defend people who deserve defending.
The question is, are we going to take this shit back from these people, or are we not? Well, and how do we do it?
Dude,
how do we achieve it, man? Because look, nobody wants this shit. Nobody wants this fucking protester bullshit. Nobody wants these writers. Nobody wants this BLM bullshit. Mm-hmm. So are we going to take this shit back or not? And how do we do it?
And how many people have to be destroyed? They throw their lives into their own fucking endeavor. You know? Maybe it's a fucking gas mini mart. They tied up all their investments, all their fucking assets into making this dream happen. I saw some fucking video of some black woman showing up to her fucking mini mart gas station and being like, you don't even fucking care. You don't even fucking care. This is black owned. And there's some fucker on the other end like saying, nope, I don't care.
Don't care.
That's where you're at. Welcome
that's
to
where
your
you're
fucking, at. That's your...
Okay. So how do we...
Dude,
there's a way, man.
Bullets in heads. I feel like that's the only way. Like, listen, I know it's not... that might get us kicked off. But, dude, I mean, until you meet serious retroactive, like, force, everyone's folding under these people.
Yep. It can't.
You're fucking with my life.
We gotta stop, dude. Life. It has to stop. And we gotta stop. Look, here's the thing, though. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Today, I went to my corner market, right? Mm-hmm. And before I went in, I walked over, right? And before I went in, I put my little fucking mask on. Right? Put my little mask on so I could go in and buy some alcohol, whatever. Now, this is an act of submission. Me putting the mask on is an act of submission. Because I know damn well COVID isn't a threat. It's not real. The numbers have fucking come out. It's not a fucking threat. It's not a threat to the youth. It's not a threat to anybody. It's a normal fucking virus. It's not a threat.
Mm-hmm.
So when I put that mask on, I put the mask on. And why do I do it? Because here's how smart they are, man. Here's how fucking smart they are. If it was me under threat, like, if you didn't put the mask on, you might get fined. I would not do it. But the owner of the store, right? The store that I go into could get fined. Double. $1,000 or something. Right? So
yeah.
They're playing on my own virtue. This is how these people play. They know that because I don't want the store I go into to get fined, that I will put the mask on. I don't believe in the mask. I think it's a joke. I think it's a farce. I think it's a lie.
Mm-hmm. Well, just look at the...
But I wear the mask because if I don't, the store I go into might get fined.
Yeah. Well, just look at the Nancy Pelosi thing where she got her haircut. And then all of a sudden, it was okay to get your haircut. Right? Like, release yourself from all the backlash you get from breaking the law by making it okay for everyone. There you go, man.
Dude, this thing is a joke.
It is.
I've done the math on what the actual death count is, and like it's 0.003% death rate. 0.003.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, you are more likely to walk out your door and get just fucking run over by a car. It doesn't exist. There is no... COVID represents zero threat to human life. Let me just tell you that. None.
Dude, I researched auto accidents, heart disease, like you researched like the top killing things going on.
Yes.
And I was just like, does this outshadow it? Have we taken
nothing.
Any sort of effort like this against anything else?
Exactly. None. This is political. They're trying to... This is... I don't know what they're doing. They're damaging America. They're fucking... Dude,
much, yeah.
How many local businesses have you... Where do you live? How many of those businesses have just been decimated because of this? What are they doing, man? What the fuck is this? This is a fucking... I don't know, man. Something else is going on here. And we need to understand that something is happening. We need to be ready for it.
I feel like it's a deal made, cutting us out. Like you and I will never see any profit off of this deal, right? And a lot of
course,
people,
obviously,
even above us, right? A lot of people, even above us, will never see this the cut end of this deal. Let it happen. Let it go through. And like I said, I told you, I don't know if we're on air or off air, but I mean, like, imagine you were in on the inside political dealings of something, and you knew that every major business deal, government deal is going to go down Zoom.
Okay.
Right? And you already knew like that was going to happen before any of this stuff, but you're going to make it all law.
Okay.
You're going to make it under province or whatever, this new structure. And you had all the opportunity at that point to invest your money into it, and that's where you could go. Like, essentially, you're selling out somebody else to further benefit yourself. If you're a power broker, you're also a broker of stocks. I mean, like, in terms of economics, as far as they go, like, you could just look at it and see where the power is going, where it's going to nest, and what you could do to benefit from that. Especially if you're in the negotiation, or even in the like side end of the negotiation, like you have your own committee, but you have an insight to the committee. There you go. That's all you need to just like get a step up. Who cares about the principles of your own government when you know it's already crumbling, and you can make a buck on it, and at the same time strengthen yourself by aligning yourself with somebody else who is like pouring in money from outside.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sad fucking state of the world to be in. I wish more people were waking up to it, but I mean,
I don't know what to tell you, man. I gotta tell you, dude. The COVID thing has been, the data is out there, man. Look to the other countries. Look to the data. Just do your research. It's out there. It is not a deadly. There's nothing to be afraid of about this virus. It's really nothing more than a typical fucking flu virus. Nothing. It's all out there. It's there. And yet, the media especially in the U.S., is still trying to propagate that this is some kind of fucking... Why? Do you understand how weird that is?
Well, and I live in the DC area, and I don't really watch TV, but when I do, the occasional times I do hear what they have the clip, I'm like, oh my god, dude! Like, it's such a bent take on everything out there, man. And if you look at like Twitter's top stories and everything, it's like, Donald Trump says, "Don't wear a mask" to a news reporter. And it's like, is that really the worst thing that could happen in the world? Like, does the news reporter have to follow everything he says, or can he make up his own mind on the matter?
Trump has he can't do anything. It's not really...
No, but it's all his fault, right? It's all his fault.
No, it's not.
It didn't originate in the U.S. It was an airborne virus propagated from China and spread throughout every other major nation in the whole entire world. But yeah, it's his fault. It's totally his fault. How it all fell here.
When
no one had any control over what they did at all. It was all his fault.
So when... I guess I want to ask you a question. Like, is this the first time that you've come in contact with the fact that the main institutions in mainstream might be fucking lying to you?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, it's real time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What was the first time for you?
I mean, so take historical. Even listen. I used to think the moon landing, contradiction stuff was like all bunk. I'm like, oh, these guys are fucking psychos. And then it's like, wait. You hear everything that happens after that, and like, we have the photos and stuff from the moon or whatever. Like, listen, I think legitimately somebody's landed on the moon.
No, they haven't.
No? Okay.
No.
Well,
no. You're going further it's not. You can't land on the moon. It's not landable.
But one of the things I thought was so fucking weird was that, like, NASA's. This is a story. NASA's recordings of landing on the moon had been recorded over by something else later on.
Right.
Like it's
like the most important human accomplishment in the world. Lost.
Yeah. It's like that. It's
really? It's like, really?
I'm sorry, honey. The wedding tape got recorded over by, like, fucking Miami Vice. I'm sorry. Like, wait.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Lost the moon landing videos? Really? Like that.
There's a reason, obviously. Look, it didn't happen. Obviously, anyone who thinks that fucking idiots landed on the moon, dude, even the Toy Story franchise made fun of it. Buzz Aldrin, to infinity and beyond. They fucking mocked it. Everything is mocked it. Everybody is telling you we never went to the moon. Everything. If you believe if men landed and walked on the moon, you're a fucking weirdo, as far as I'm concerned. But some people think that makes me a weirdo.
It might.
But here's the thing.
Here's the other thing.
Maybe it does.
We do. What blew my mind was, like, on Mythbusters, they tried to disprove it, and it came down to, like, let's just take a telescope and look at the moon.
Yeah.
There's literally not a telescope in our own, like, knowing.
Yep.
That can look at the moon and see footprints or the plaque.
Nope.
And flag we put on the moon.
Of course not. What? How could there be? We never fucking went there.
No.
How could there be?
I'm literally at a loss for words right now, because we peered at, like, the birth of a star. We peered into other galaxies and galaxy clusters with telescopes. I'm like, wait, we can't even fucking look at footprints on the moon? Are you?
No, of course not. Real? Of course not. It's selective usefulness. We can look into billions of years away to fucking planets of wherever, but when it comes to looking at the moon, they can't look at anything.
And dude,
apparently,
the only great hope I have from that is just maybe how much it tears them up that Richard Nixon's name is on that plaque for visiting the moon, man. Like how much it must tear him up. Like, it's we can't just go up there and take it off, without, like, prepping, like, a multi-billion-dollar flight return to get somebody up there to do that. And that's the greatest, because, I mean, think about it. If the Earth ends, great apocalyptic end, nothing survives, no civilization, no structure, no history, all the libraries are burned, all the records are gone.
Yeah.
The only thing that'll be left is what's on the moon. And that plaque of Richard Nixon saying, like, we were here at the moon.
You understand, like, I'll just say this. if we could go to the moon and put shit on the moon, don't you think that we would have put cameras looking at the Earth? 24/7 cameras. Like, don't you think that would exist? Why don't we have dude, this happened in the 70s. Why do you think there aren't cameras looking at the Earth? Why?
Well, I think in our day, where to counteract you.
Okay, counteract me.
Looking through modern lens, where like we have cameras fucking everywhere. It's everyone's back pocket. Everything else. It's easy to say, why didn't you put a camera up there? But you have to think, what would survive the onslaught of
I gotta go. My lady is pissed off. My lady is pissed. She's going to bed. I have to go. Trust me, man. I think we should have this conversation properly. Okay, and I will go into it with you. And trust me, there's no fucking answering these questions.
Okay.
None.
Well, I'm willing to give you the counteraction, man. Well, good luck with your girl. I would recommend a lot of foreplay.
Yeah.
A lot.
All right. I gotta go, man.
And like very, very giving. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on, man. I didn't expect you to come back. Catch you another time.
Of course.